I'm not, seriously, because I'm the only historical other than Connie.
Yeah.
But Bill, George Herring and Bill Bailey had name tags. And when I came on, they got rid of them. I wasn't even rate council, I was nothing.
You were
For
outside
years
council.
and years.
You're up
Now
here,
I'm
Bill.
rate council.
Next to
Right.
me.
Now you're right.
But I don't have a real name. Like, you know.
That's generic. We can do your own personalized one.
Generic. No, I don't want one. That's the whole point. I've survived this long, it'll be bad karma.
Listen, I won't kick you as long as you use the mic.
Yeah, I thought you'd get
I,
that
for
one.
one, understand that.
What one?
What?
I thought it said outside.
Mic? You never used the mic.
I thought you said
Raj?
you weren't using the mic, so I couldn't understand what you were saying.
I said I won't be For now? I don't think it is right now.
No, wait a second. So I'm now looking at this. So he's got one, he can't be replaced because he doesn't have a slide. So you could be replaced with paper any day.
Isn't that interesting?
Isn't that interesting? And see, even all of them, they're all slides, but except for direction. Interesting.
Are we done yet? I got to finish this thing right.
Are you gonna live long enough? Are you gonna live long
You know
enough
what?
to finish it? It's like Reg 49. It's like 48 regulations.
What is this? Should just have taken my laptop,
Not
All
that that
in
mic
sync.
can't pick you up though.
one day, and I'd be done.
Yeah. Well, that's the
Stay at
problem.
home.
Yeah, you can never get this.
It's like tomato and tomato. Yeah. That's the.
Grand historian.
Except for Connie.
Yeah.
I outranked Connie.
Yeah.
Connie, when did you start? When did,
When I started in 1984.
yeah, and then you quit. And you went to the dark side. And
Good one, good one.
then you came back. How long were you gone?
Then you got a
My
license.
kids
I was going for 6 years.
6 years. I got you in a walk. I was only gone for 2. Should put Cuba. Destroying Cuba.
and then my
Yoda,
grand,
Yoda.
I go for Queen Bee.
Queen.
my grand. Yeah, I got everything.
Hopefully we'll do something serious today.
I got a whole minute.
30 seconds. Showtime.
Sir,
No, I don't want that.
What? His voice carries.
So I've been told.
Yours doesn't. Sorry.
You're such a meek thing.
I wonder what would happen if we
Big
actually
body,
started
small
before one.
voice.
doctor, no. Doctor said my hearing's 20/20.
20 years.
I don't know about this.
My doctor said my hearing's 20/20.
Why am I on this side?
1 PM.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the September 26, 2019 Public Service Commission meeting. If you're wondering where Commissioner Gray is, he is in Charleston, West Virginia. His flight situation is a little bit difficult. He wasn't able to make it to us. He was at a conference of macro commissioners over the last few days. It says the reading of the meeting minutes, but there are none. Consent agenda, anybody want to take one of the items on the consent agenda off, or?
Move that we adopt the consent agenda as presented.
I second it.
Is there any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Any abstention? The motion carries. Before we get to the consent agenda, is Chavez Bianco here, I hope? Will you come forward, please? We have, Chavez, we have a, it's hard to get around in this meeting room. Chavez has now attained 5 years of state service. We have a nice certificate for him, and also some sort of a pin, which I'm sure you probably wear every day. 25 more years, I guess, you can retire.
Every day he wears a suit.
Sincerely, Chavez, thank you for your service. We have on the regular agenda, number 1 is in the matter of the application of Chesapeake Utilities Corporation regarding its acquisition and conversion of propane community gas systems. It's sort of a vaguely familiar term. So please, Ms. Kuzel, please move it forward.
Thank you and good afternoon, Chairman Winslow and Commissioners. Marie Kozel on behalf of Chesapeake Utilities Corporation. Chesapeake filed an application on August 20th, 2019, seeking to establish the regulatory accounting treatment and evaluation methodology for its acquisition of propane community gas systems currently owned by its subsidiary, Sharp Energy, and the conversion of those CGSs to natural gas service. Chesapeake proposes to acquire the CGSs, one community at a time, at the time of conversion at replacement cost. In addition, Chesapeake is requesting authorization to pay for and capitalize the CGS residences behind the meter conversion cost. Existing customers of Chesapeake will be protected against subsidizing the acquisitions and conversions because Chesapeake will complete only those CGS projects that meet its economic test, meaning that existing tariff rates will cover the entire cost of each project. Before you today is order number 9469, which will open the docket. Chesapeake would like to thank staff for preparing the opening order and for the opportunity to comment. All comments have been incorporated into the order. Chesapeake respectfully requests that the Commission approve order number 9469, which will open the docket for the purpose of reviewing Chesapeake's application and to conduct evidentiary hearings on the matter. Thank you.
Well done, Ms. Kozel. Thank you very much. Mr. Geddes?
Mr. Chairman, members of the commission, I have nothing to add. This is an order that opens the docket. There will be some, I believe, some issues with regard to the proposed accounting treatment, but I'm not sure whether that is going to be an issue or not, but that is at least referenced in paragraph 2 of the ordering part of the order. Staff supports the order and recommends it for your favorable consideration.
Mr. Slater?
Can I just say ditto?
Yes. You
That's
could.
what I'm going to say.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Slater. And thank you, Mr. Geddes.
Thank you.
Commissioners, do you have any questions of the parties?
Move we approve proposed order number 9469 as presented.
I second it.
Is there any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Are there any opposed? Any abstentions? The motion carries. Thank you all very much. Number 2, we've got in the matter of the application of Chesapeake Utilities Corporation for approval of a change of its gas sales service rates to be effective November 1st, 2019. Welcome again, Ms. Kozel.
Thank you again, Chairman Winslow and Commissioners. Marie Kozel on behalf of Chesapeake Utilities Corporation. Chesapeake filed its application to change its gas sales service rates on September 3rd, 2019. In front of you today is proposed order 9464, which will open the docket for this proceeding and permit Chesapeake's proposed gas sales service rates and firm balancing rates for transportation customers to be effective on and after November 1st, 2019. These rates will be subject to refund and pending the Commissioner's further review and final decision. And Chesapeake respectfully requests the Commission enter order number 9464.
Thank you. Mr. Geddes?
Mr. Chairman, members of the commission, as previously represented, this is an opening order. It's in the standard format, except for the rates. Staff supports the formal order and recommends its favorable consideration by the commission.
Thank you, Mr. Geddes. Mr. Slater?
The DPA supports the order as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioners, any questions?
Move that we adopt order number 9464 as presented.
I second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? The motion carries.
Thank you.
Everybody. Ms. Kozel. I got it right that time, right?
Yes, you did.
I keep going the accent on the second syllable, I apologize.
No problem. Thank you.
Number 3 is in the matter of the joint application of Tidewater Utilities, Inc. and J.H. Wilkerson and Sons Incorporated for approval of the sale and transfer of Wilkerson Water Company and Broad Kiln Beach Water Company. Proposed order number 9467. Jamie?
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair, members of the commission. James Nutter with Parkowski, Gerke, and Swayze on behalf of Tidewater, one of the joint applicants in this docket. Before the commission is proposed order 9467, just extending the time period for commission action by 90 days. We don't believe it'll take that long, but this is an order that we support, and we ask the commission to approve the order.
Thank you. I don't know why I called on you first, Tom. I was supposed to call on you first, right?
I believe so, Chairman Winslow.
You'll forgive me,
but
I hope?
Absolutely. Mr. Nutter did a wonderful job.
You know, he always does.
Staff, of course, supports Order 9467. And as Mr. Nutter stated, this is a joint application. We did receive information that we needed to review the application just last Friday regarding some meter locations, notice, and parcel numbers. So we are in action now with the necessary information, and staff is working on that. We just need a little bit more time, which proposed order 9467 provides, and we therefore respectfully request that the commission approve of that order.
Thank you, Mr. Walsh. Mr. Slater?
The DPA supports proposed order 9467. Thank you.
Commissioners, questions?
Mr. Chair, just for complete transparency, Wilkerson Water Company is my water provider.
Do I have a motion on this application?
I move that we adopt the order number 9467.
I second.
Any discussion on the motion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Any abstentions? The motion carries. Thank you all. Thank you, Mr. Nutter. Number 4, in the matter of the review of customer choice in the state of Delaware. Ms. Orr?
Thank you, Chair Winslow and Commissioners. Lindsay Orr on behalf of Delmarva Power. You have in front of you today order number 9465, which amends order number 9220 previously issued in docket 15-1693, review of customer choice in the state of Delaware. That order, among other things, approved a purchase of receivables program for third-party suppliers providing electric supply service to Delmarva Power delivery customers. The order also adopted the findings and recommendations of the hearing examiner, which included a recommendation that, quote, Delmarva Power will record an imbalance as a regulatory asset or liability, which represents the difference between cumulative costs eligible for recovery and discount amounts for purchased receivables. Only when the imbalance represents an undercollection for the company will Delmarva Power earn interest at the company's most recent deposit rate adjusted for taxes, end quote. Under this language, interest would be applied only when Delmarva Power is in an undercollection position. The findings and recommendations do not address applying interest when Delmarva Power is in an overcollection position. Allowing Delmarva Power to apply interest during an overcollection is to the benefit of third-party suppliers. Delmarva Power, staff, and the DPA have agreed that interest should be calculated regardless of whether Delmarva Power is in an undercollection position or an overcollection position. Accordingly, Delmarva Power respectfully requests the Commission approve Order Number 9465, which makes that clarification. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Geddes?
Mr. Chairman, members of the Commission, staff supports the form of order and requests your favorable consideration of it, since obviously this was something that wasn't picked up the first time that we went through this, notwithstanding the fact we had an excellent hearing examiner and spent hours in this room trying to resolve this matter. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Geddes. Mr. Slater?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We also support the proposed order, and I want to extend my appreciation to Delmarva and staff for working together and resolving this. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Slater. Commissioners, do you have any questions?
Move we adopt order number 9465 as
Second the
presented.
motion.
This is customer choice 9220, I believe.
It's nine.
Well, that's
Nine
the joint
four six
motion
five, isn't it?
to amend that order.
Oh, I,
So 9465, I believe, amends 9220?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? The motion carries. Thank you all. There is nothing on the schedule for our hearing schedule. Is there anyone here from the public that would like to make some comment? Lori Lee Murphy, do you have anything from PGM you want to talk about?
No, not today.
Okay, well, thank you for attending. And we also have our honorable hearing examiner, Glenn Kenton, in the room. Do we have any other luminaries? They're all luminaries, I know, but, okay, no public comment apparently. Raj?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. My compadre here, Matt Hardigan, is going to mention a few items under director's comments, and then after that, we will go into the executive session to discuss a personal matter. Thank you. Matt?
Thank you, Raj. Good afternoon, Chairman and Commissioners. First item, each year, the Public Service Commission is required to certify that Verizon has used and will use all federal high-cost funding provided to it for the provision, maintenance, and upgrading of facilities and services for which the support is intended. We did receive an affidavit from Verizon that they are in compliance with U.S. code regarding the universal services provision, and we request approval from the Commission, which would authorize Dr. Brewer to file a letter with the FCC to that effect.
Thank you, sir.
Move approval of to certify the filing as presented.
Second the motion.
Any discussion by the commissioners on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed or any abstentions? It passes. I
Thank
would
you.
just point out for the record that all of the commissioners received a copy of the letter, which we had an ample opportunity to review, at least I know I did, hopefully everyone did. And so thank you, Mr. Hardigan.
Thank you.
I also want to recognize Lisa Riggins for working on that document. Thanks to Lisa.
Thank you, Lisa.
We also have 3 public comment sessions coming up regarding docket 190377. That's the electric vehicle charging station docket. October 1st in Newcastle County, October 2nd here at the PSC, and October 3rd at the Indian River Senior Center in Millsboro. The next commission meeting is October 8th, and at this point, I'll turn it back to Dr. Brewer.
Mr. Chairman and Commissioners, at this point, we need to go into executive session with only the 2 Deputy Attorney Generals, Matt Hardigan and myself. We need to brief you on a personnel matter, so if you would go ahead and call for an executive session.
So, I move that the commission goes into the executive session for the legal strategy under Delaware Code 29C and 1004B.
Second the motion.
Any discussion on the motion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstention? The motion carries.